this incursion not only will not harm Russia, but it will eventually harm Ukraine even more.
Well, I think two things we have to keep in mind. First of all, contrary to whatever Mr. Zelensky says publicly, privately, we know his bags are packed. He's moved his billions into bank accounts in places like Cyprus, Albania, Switzerland. He's bought estates in Italy. He's got a place here in Florida, where not far from where I am in Orlando. He's ready to go. And as soon as it becomes obvious to him that the Russians are advancing on him, he's going to be on a plane, and he'll probably pack that with whatever cash is left, just as we saw in Afghanistan. Some of your viewers will remember that people left Afghanistan and that corrupt government with carloads of U.S. cash. I think you're going to see something very similar when the time comes with Mr. Zelensky. That is, of course, if the Ukrainians, who are increasingly sick of him, contrary to what we're told in the mainstream media, don't bump him off, which I think is a real possibility. In fact, it may be Ukrainian soldiers who have been paying a horrible price in this war that eventually dispose of him. But there's something else that the audience needs to understand. The Germans in particular, I know the Germans overwhelmingly want nothing to do with a war against Russia. Contrary to what people have said, they are absolutely not Nazis. They're not interested in that. If anybody doesn't want anything to do with National Socialism and Nazism, it's the Germans. True for the Austrians. It's true, as far as I can tell, with everybody. So I think it's time for the governments in Germany and other countries to be removed. And the electorates have to stand up. They have to stand up to these terrible, corrupt governments that have been proselytizing for us, pushing lies and bad policies on our behalf, and get rid of them. Because if they don't, they could end up at the other end of an unfortunate accident that could result in more destruction for Europe. Because I think the Russians have really had it. Their patience is worn thin. Now I think you're going to see what everybody talked about as being inevitable, which never was. The Russians will come forward and smash these people once and for all.